You know what I'm saying?
Criteria. Mm-hmm.
But this might be my favorite topic of the day because I think this is I talk about communication a lot, and I think miscommunication. The biggest form of miscommunication is text messages. I think text messages are based on emotions and what they know about you. So it's very subjective what you say. Regardless what you say, the tone is going to be read how they want to read it. You could write in the smallest font in the world. If they know you as a yeller, they're going to read it as yelling. If you saying nice things and you going back and forth, they're going to call it an argument. How do we fix texting? Or do you think is a way to fix texting?
No.
Because texting's a big form of communication.
Yes.
It's a very big form, and it hurts because I don't go through it as much no more. Once in a while, still gotta live a life. But to text, like, it's like when you text, it's like people only remember the bad. Like, say for instance, you know how I say certain things and you get it. If I don't complete my thought, you get it. We may text like that and you still get it because you know me. And there's other people, they won't get it, even though they know it. They might get it in person, but through text, they choose not to get it.
Is it they choose not to get it or they don't get it?
I think if you get it in person, you should get it in text.
I don't think so.
Okay, I that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I feel like if you understand, because they already based in the text message off of what they know about you. So why is that not a factor as well if they know that's how you speak?
Yeah, but I also feel like everybody knows people differently. Like how I know you, somebody else may not know you.
No, I respect that. That's what I'm saying. I mean? I'm only basing it. I'm saying people that know me in real life. That if you know me in real life, you should know my texting is gonna come off similar. Like when niggas send me some rah shit, and I know he's a better person than that, I'ma understand what they saying. Only if I know you. If I don't know you, then I need you to talk more. That's what I'm saying. If I know you, it's slightly different because in the same breath, if they know you as a yeller and you texting, they're going to take it as a yeller. If they know you as a hothead and you texting, they're going to take it as a hothead. So if you know I'm a person that talks in like weird sentences and shit, why is that not also being accommodated in the same breath, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. So how do we fix that? Like, take all of it, not just take the bad. Because most people, to me, just take the bad. You feel me?
I think that's not I think that's more like a maturity thing more than anything, in my opinion. I think like as much as you can know a person, regardless in person or through text, I think it goes back to like what we were saying before. Like you can take things personal at the wrong time. Like you get what I mean? So it's like. And I think it goes into like ego or your own biases that you may have against somebody all gets wrapped up depending on the context of the conversation. I think that's also
I think that plays a big part,
is huge. Like if I know like the conversation is heading in a direction where there's a little bit of misalignment here, I think it can go let me send a voice note instead of a text message.
That is true.
Let me pick up the phone and call because I think this conversation may be going left.
What if you don't want to talk to that person? That. Yeah, because a lot of us
but then I feel like now you're leaving the door open to allowing that person to interpret it the way they want. And I feel like as the person that, say like if it's you're opening the door for that person to interpret it however they want because you yourself don't want to open that gate of
calling them,
making it a different type of communication mode. So I think it goes both ways.
I think it depends on the relationship that you have with the person. So even taking it to that next step where you're like, okay, let me draw it back and let me, either ask her like, I didn't understand how you like, come again, or, to like trying to get them to explain, let's say something that you may not understand, even if you're going through an argument with somebody. Because even with having conversations with Lou, there'll be times that I
gotta rephrase it.
Yeah, there'll be times I want to take Lou head off, but I gotta be like,
been there, done that.
Yeah, I gotta be like, let me chill, and you know what I'm saying, because we been down this road already. Let me
yeah, see, I had to soften that blow. Anyway,
let me
or vice versa.
Let me what I was gonna say. Let me not say that, and let me bring it to get the edge off of whatever the text message that I'm sending. But I think it's like it has to do with the relationship. Like if you have love for somebody like that you're gonna be like, yo, you know what? Let me not say that or not bring it to that level. then it is what it is. But if you don't, if it's not that type of thing, and you just want to like, let me get my point across and fuck whatever, and it's more ego based, then that's the type of conversations you gonna get.
I don't necessarily, because I think, use you as an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I think there's certain people that there is no, I'm a lighten the load. It's if I have something to say, I'm going to say it.
Oh, okay.
And not like, they're not thinking about, and this is not in an egotistical kind of way. It's more so like, why do I have to mask what I want to say to appease how the person is hearing it?
No,
that's Luther.
I don't think.
Oh yeah. As long as I ain't disrespect nobody, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
But that's also like, I think that's me. But I can be very, to Mill's point, aware of my audience and how I can rephrase it. Same message. When you're in a level. So I think to your point, there's a little bit of just underlying.
Time out. Like, when you're in a level-headed mindset, or when you're in full upsetness, which
I think if you're in upset.
No, I want you. When you do you think you catch yourself when you're upset, or do you catch yourself when you're in like an even kill? Because it's two different times.
I agree with that. I think sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But I will say when I'm not, I sometimes will circle back and be like, maybe that was a lot. Maybe that was too much. That's not how I meant it, or whatever. But I'm also a person, I get very agitated when somebody's not understanding it. If, to Mill's point, if I've said it different ways. Now it's kind of like, I don't know what we're talking about.
But that's where we're two peas in a pod.
Yeah, that's when I'm like over it. Like if I'm like, to Mill's point, if I can navigate how to say something 3 different ways and that person is still not received, now I'm blacking, because now you're getting on my nerves.
I got that.
Now I'm black. You know what I mean? Like, because now it's like, I did what you said. Like, I'm trying to, like, you know what I mean? Like, navigate in a way that's, whether it's lighten the blow or just kind of rephrasing it, and you still not getting it. Now it's kind of like, all right, cool. Like,
that's exactly what
I'm very like, do what you want now. When I say, do what you want, it's kind of like, all right, cool. It's up to you. That's when I'll be like, all right, cool,
I feel like I do that too. I got better, because I used to literally think it and say it. I don't do that no more.
Yeah, but I also think you don't say anything, which I don't also think is helpful. In certain situations, things need to be said, not just let's figure it out. While other times, like, certain things don't need to be said. It'll be what it is.
To your point, and Mill's point, you gotta know your audience, and I be trying to tell you. I know my audience, and I handle my audience well. When I go off a script, you see what happened.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to when, depending on how people know you, to Mill's point, I think it also makes people feel away. That's when people get in their feelings. Like when they feel like they know somebody and somebody's saying something that maybe they don't want to hear or not in the way they want to hear it, they take it personal. And to me, that's when I'm just like,
but what if they know a version of you and don't know you entirely?
Yeah,
so they only take it. That's why I think it plays a part. As a Virgo, I could say it's many people that have a different view of me personally because I know what I gave them. I know how much I gave them. I know how little bit I gave them. I know it's people I will give an earful to. It's people I will say 2 words to. And I know how much I'm giving them. So some people might think I'm an asshole. Some people might think I talk too much. Some people might think I'm the coolest nigga in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I when you are forced to still encounter these people and have these conversations, is a miscommunication because they don't know you, but you still around them. Yeah. So they based it off of what they knew of you, if that makes sense.
That's true. And I think it's worse when they know people that know you in your entirety.
Yeah.
So let's also put it as that. So for you, like how people may know you in pockets, it sucks when that person also, whoever you're communicating with, whatever, is communicating with somebody that knows that other person entirely.
Yes.
It's like,
it comes off weird a little bit because they're gonna say things and it's even baffling to the person because they like that's not really how he moves, but that's how you see it. Cool, I'm not gonna argue.
Correct.
I understood
Yeah, I think
everything you were saying.
I think then it's on the person that maybe doesn't have the full scope to trust that person that you know does.
That's it.
But yeah.
My second part of
Yeah.
You preach it. What's the saying? You preach it to the choir.
Yes.
Amen. But my also thing, I saw this years ago, and then like it made so much sense to me that most people listen to respond.
Very much so.
They don't listen to understand, and this is why I'm a communication advocate. Cause I got better, even though I cut people off. I listen. I listen to every single word that is being said, and people don't like that because when I literally say the words back to them in the conversation, they be like, "I didn't say that." That's why, that's why I prefer texting.
Cause you love your little artifact. You love you a little, but you ain't say this on June 12th.
It's called evidence. But based on the lifestyle that I live, I need evidence for a lot of shit.
That's fair.
Because the things that are said to me and then told, when I repeat it back, it's told I never said these things to you.
So you don't have proof.
Now I'm looking like a psychopath because they forgot they forgot the conversation we had.
Yeah,
so now I'm the bad guy.
It's a little different. It's a little different.
I think my selective memory coincides.
No, I have selective memory.
Me too.
You have memory. No, you have good. I have selective memory. You have memory.
I think my memory got so good because I stopped being petty.
That's good.
Because I think people
I got ways to go.
People take my memory as petty. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Because I tell you, I had countless conversations with my man Teddy. Shout out Teddy. And he'll say something to me. That's why I hate when we on the phone. I'd rather text. He'll say something to me and I'll let him finish. And then as soon as I start to debunk his shit, he'd be like, I didn't say that. And then try to switch. I'm like, yo, bro, you literally just said the time we was texting, I came and told the Drake story. He couldn't back out because it was texting. That's why I prefer text it. Because now you're not going to tell me. I'm literally reading what you said. Sometimes I'm not going to lie. When you send long text messages, I read the first couple of sentences, then I answer. So I might be a little off for what you said.
A little?
A
if somebody sending you a 7-page sentence and you reading the first 2, don't even comment. Don't comment. I'd rather you give me a thumbs up. Like, don't comment. If you're not going to address the whole message and you're going to address a part, that's when you get so you do selective texting.
No, and not selective that. I go to the thesis sentence. That's what it's called, right?
No, absolutely not. Oh, you thought you was what? Oh, you really in some school? Oh, you really teach your piece on? Okay.
I go to the thesis sentence and I see what's the topic of the subject.
But you don't see none of the supporting details. The supporting details is there.
I go back to the supporting details. I go back to the supporting details. Yeah.
No.
Because I might have said some stupid shit.
Exactly.
And they be like, I said that, and I'm like, oh shit, damn, you gotta read the whole message.
Yeah,
but that's one thing I cannot front. I am guilty of reading just like the first 2 sentences.
See?
If you send me, I'm not gonna lie. If you send me a long message,
a scanner. No.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
not even a scanner. I'm literally reading the first 2 sentences. Fuck you talking about. I'm not even scanning other words. If the first 2 sentences trigger a response, then you getting a response.
Trigger.
But I'm part of the problem. I said all that to say. I'm part of the problem.
That's giving you reading to respond.
No, but the crazy shit is, I listen to respond, but I also dissect everything you said.
No, because you only read in the first sentence.
No, talk it. Stop. See, now you're I'm just telling you why. I'm just telling you why.
Listening, yes, you're accurate.
I prefer texting because of the proof.
Yeah.
But when I am talking to somebody, I am listening to respond. But I am dissecting every word you say. I'm trying to bring it together to make it make sense before I answer. I may talk fast because I process fast. And I think that's what fuck people up. I process really fast. So niggas will say a bunch of shit to me. And I'm like, so you're saying da-da-da-da-da. And they be like, huh? I didn't say that.
Right.
Nigga, you just said this part and this part. I'm just breaking it down so I can understand it. And then I can answer you. And that's me.
Yes. And that will fuck people up.
You feel me?
Yes.
I used to listen to respond. And that's how you end up in arguments.
For sure.
So I don't do that. Most of the time I end up talking to people, they switch the subject to try to make me seem wrong because everybody think it's a debate. I'm not having a debate.
Right.
I'm telling you something, you telling me something. But it's like, nah, you wrong.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Calm down. Let's start this over. You feel this way,
I feel that way. But I also think
that's
another thing. Like when people are shifting it to make it more like rah-rah, no, I'm not doing that. Because now you're losing me. Now you're losing me because now that's when I feel like You got your emotions in it. You're not just looking at it as what it is. You taking it no, never mind. I'm good.
Emotion.
Never mind.
Emotion plays such a big part, yeah.
It does, and certain things I don't enjoy when it gets emotion based. So I'm just like, nothing about this was needed all of that. So now I'm over it.
You a nigga at heart. We know this. You an old school nigga. Let me not say that because these new niggas are sensitive. You an old school nigga. Chat. You like a nice every nigga chat. Because we have every nigga chat. Every. How old? Case is older than us.
Oh my god!
Every nigga chat. So we gotta debunk that. Every nigga chat. Cool. It's not an old women chat. Nigga chat. So you heard Drake say it. Whatever. Cool.
They pillow talk. Don't
Kenny
try
and friends.
Don't.
But I wanted to add. I'm not gonna add it. But I wanted to also add. Like I think another big miscommunication that people overlook is the fact that women don't know how to talk to men and men don't know how to talk to women. Like
what do you mean talk to? Not tone.
No, not tone. Like literally have a conversation. Like it's women out here that don't know how to like talk to a man in the sense like it may be things like I always
like
say
emasculating kind of.
No, like I say like men think with logic, women think with emotion, whatever, right? When a man is logically speaking to you, if you can't for the moment block out your emotions and listen to him, you're not gonna be able to talk to him. That's what I mean. And then vice versa. And as a man, with your logic, if you can't for a second block out your logic and listen to her emotions, you're not going to be able to talk to her. If that makes sense. I think like, and I think people don't own that in a sense because I think
understand the formula.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not the same formula. You gotta read and react. You gotta know who you talking to because it might. I'm not saying this all because it might be women that you can. Correct. You feel me? Like I feel like you and Imani can speak to men. Y'all know how to talk to men. For example, y'all know how to. Because you have male friends. She don't necessarily have male friends, but she comes from a male-dominated family with her uncles. So she understands.
So logic.
You understand what I'm saying? So she understands, like, it's men shit. Sometimes it's just man shit. Not this, like, the way they talking is just man shit. He not disrespecting me. He not, like, not calling me a bitch. But, like, the way he talking, the way he's trying to may say put me in my place in a sense. He not trying to disrespect. That's just how a man is talking to me. And then vice versa when a woman is trying to get her shit off and a man don't sit there and take the moment to understand. She might not be coming from a place that makes zero fucking sense. She just might be a little they don't take the time to like, all right, let me dissect what she's saying and be there for her. And I feel like that's a big form of miscommunication as well, that men don't know how to talk to women and women don't know how to talk to men. Like, everybody know how to do a pickup line. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, legit talk to a woman. Because I tell you, I think I could have a conversation with any woman. I cold-heartedly, like, and not sexual, like a real, like, how you doing? What you wanna, shit like that, and then read the room, the type of shit. Because there's some chicks that just want to drop them drawers, Big Daddy. And then there's some girls that want to literally, I'm doing this, I got this, blah, 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 blah. I aspire to do inspire, you know what I mean, to be somebody in life, and you have those type of conversations. A week later you be like, yo, what you been up, and you remember some of that shit. She loves it.
Correct.
So you feel what I'm saying? It's just fellas,
I feel like intention matters then.
It's not always about the draws.
They don't want to get to know you. Some girls don't want to get to know you either. So I feel like if you know your audience, you know what it is, you're gonna have different conversations. But
it's girlfriends and boyfriends out here that don't know how to talk to men and women.
And that's not okay. So I think to your point, like, you know, I'm not always a fan of like the emotion and logic because I do think it could be crisscrossed. I do think there's men that lead with emotion and there's females that lead with logic.
Nothing's 100%. I agree.
So I do think, well, if people just, you know what I think is really important too, and I tell my students this, to like, it's called like think time or wait time.
Okay.
So basically, like, you're waiting, whether that's like 10 seconds or whatever, to gather your thoughts before you respond. Because sometimes, like, I know you may be like a fast processor. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, honestly, depending on like how in depth, whatever the conversation is. But like waiting before you respond, but I think goes a long way, and people don't. As soon as somebody speaks,
you know why people don't. You know why people don't. Because they have people thinking that if you have to think, you're lying. You know that's why why so much miscommunication happened, that like they don't want you to process
There's a
shit.
negative connotation to it.
It took me years to understand, like, I might get in an argument with you and you don't want to express your emotions right now. Right. I might want to get my shit off right now and you don't. You might need a day or two. I had to learn that. I had to understand everybody's different.
Yes.
I want to... Let's get this shit out so we good tomorrow.
Yes.
She might want to sit, marinate, and come to me next Tuesday. Cool. I had to learn that.
Yeah, that's me and Christopher. Christopher wears his heart on his sleeve, and let me sit with this. Let me sit with this, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah,
understanding.
Not for all things, but for some things.
You feel me? That's That's the type of shit. Like I had to learn that because you know me. I want that shit. Let's get to the problem now. Because either this shit over or we together. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. But I think sometimes you gotta read the situation. Some things don't call for immediate conversations.
Facts.
So I think even if you're on go time, like I'm gonna talk about this right now. And she's like, no, I don't. I think sometimes it's warranted. Or like even if both of y'all are like, go, and it's like, somebody gotta be like,
I had to learn.
Hold on, let's wait, let's revisit this in a half hour, in an hour, whatever it is. I think people are scared to like give things time. Everything doesn't need an immediate answer always.
I tell you, because they correlate thinking with lying, yo. They like people, if you stop to process what's going on and think before you speak and shit like that, they like you thinking of a lie.
Yes.
That's it. Yo, where were you Friday? Wait, what Friday are you talking about? Nah, you lying. Like if you just even say, what Friday? You just said Friday. I don't know what you're talking about. This Friday, you gotta tell me something, girl. Oh no, Renika saw you out. Who's the fuck is Renika? My dark skin friend. I know your light skin friend, girl. You lying. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
This ain't real life. These are. We gotta add the disclaimer. I'm gonna get the disclaimer because I need y'all to know that 97% of my stories are jokes. Oh, is that part of the show, I guess? What the fuck is going on? What was that?
What was the percentage again?
97.
9.7?
9.7.
9, not a point in there, right? Not 9.7, not 0.97.
97. But 97.
3% away from 100.
Yes. 97% of my stories are jokes. Yes. The 3 is 3% based on why are you drunk? Yo, do you want to promote? Do you want to promote the questionnaire now or after the segment?
Right now. Let's do it.
Let's throw this in freestyle. So we have a segment called Matching with 03.
Yes.
We have a questionnaire that we link to every episode since I'm gonna add it to every episode. So just in case you go back. We need y'all to fill out the questionnaire so we can start matching y'all. We're trying to help y'all find love.
For love.